Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our very first JWE Friday Night Eclipse of the year. Tonight we're in Akron, Ohio, where two more superstars are making their promotional debut. Can they start off their careers on the right feet like so many before them, or will they instantly be put in their place? Tonight, Harmonious Truth look to start off their year much better than last. D.I.C.E look to bounce back after a disappointing end to their season last year, and Naoto Shirogane will begin her year under the brightest lights in her very first match as champion. Get ready to start off the year with some high-intensity matches, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our year with a Women's Universal Division match. Introducing first, it is Maki Harukawa. And Maki making the shift from tag team to singles this year. After Kaede walked, I would say she walked away, but after Kaede left at the end of last year. And let's see how the Ultimate Assassin can do on her lone summon. Judging by how she's been doing in singles matches over the past 2 years, I think she's gonna do just fine. And her opponent, it is your former Miss Money in the Bank, former Miss Universal Champion, former Miss Cruiserweight Champion. It is the Ultimate Inventor herself, Iruma. And here we go, both women ready. And referee rings the bell to meet in the middle. And immediately tying up in the collar and elbow. Maki with a wrist clutch. And now just pulling on the arm, looking to disable that arm early. It is the left hand, and Mew is right-handed, but still. Now into the hammerlock. And a headlock. Maki just cranking on the neck. Getting advantage early on in the match. And just tossing Mew aside nearly through the bottom 2 ropes. And now sending Mew for an Irish whip, diving underneath. Over the top. Back elbow. And Maki with the ground and pounds. Slap to the face. And going for a quick cover. Only one. Mew getting out of the way of that. And now just bull rushing Maki down. And a double foot stomp. Maki with a nice enziguri to reverse. And now just keeping Mew down with a single foot. And a stomp to the spine. Maki now up top. diving splash. And now hyping up the crowd. Setting up something big? No, not quite. And a slam. Forcing Mew up into a seated position. Hammer punch to the top of the head. Arm breaker, and now Maki, middle rope in the corner. Getting Mew back up to her feet. And a crossbody sends him back down. And the cover again. There's 1, 2, Mew kicks out. And now Maki in the corner. Setting up a Superman punch. And that could be lights out in a very, very quick opening match. And now Maki, I don't think she's quite done. No, heading back to the corner. Setting up a spear. Mew not seeing that coming at all. And Maki going for yet another quick cover. Excuse me. There's 1, there's 2. Mew kicks out. Mew really unable to get anything going this match. Maki's been dictating the pace the entire time. Now Mew looking to come back with some clotheslines, but I think it's a little bit too little, far too late. Well, there's a hip attack. And now just stomping a hole in Maki's chest, going for the cover. There's 2, Maki kicks out. Mew forcing Maki up to her feet, kick to the chest. Knife edge chops, but Maki with a block. Now Maki climbing the ropes. Up top, getting Mew back up to her feet. And another crossbody. Looking for yet another cover to put this one away. There's 1, 2. Mew still with the wherewithal to kick out. Middle rope again. Mew gets out of the way. Now Maki winning the grapple Irish whip, and just a way too early on that grapple attempt. And now Maki with the Thez press. In the corner trying to get Mew back up to her feet. Does. Mew with a nice reversal. A leg drop. What is Mew looking for here? The triple X-Plex. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Maki kicks out. Mew fighting back. Whatever you say about her, you can't really say that she's not resilient. Barely knocking the distance on that. Single shoulder suplex from Maki. Mew to the outside. Maki telling her to get back inside the ring before spearing her off. Now both of them to the outside. Superman punch along the outside. Maki forcing Mew back up to her feet, back inside the ring. And here we go, the cover to finally put this one away. There's 1, 2, 3. And we have a few replays, some highlights from the match. And Maki with a very early dominance in the match, as we see here. But Mew turning things around. As we see another Superman punch from Maki. But Mew, yeah, never counter out. She nearly invented something big at the end. But at the end, or in the end, it is Maki who comes out on top. And for our next matchup, making his debut here tonight, representing Ouroboros, it is Lanz. And his opponent, he needs no introduction. It is the Mad Dog of Shimano, the one-eyed slugger, Goro. Majima. Here go both men ready. Referee rings the bell. Or should I say both men are ready? Referee rings the bell, and now Majima immediately with a shoulder barge, setting Lanz down in an elbow. And again. And a stomp right to the bridge of the nose. I thought that was going to be a leg drop, but no. Well, there's a knee drop. It's close, right? Majima cranking on the neck. And an arm breaker. And now both men tying each other up. Lanz with a waistlock from behind. And now a headlock. Majima trying to get out, but Lanz continuing to be in the dominant position. Putting more pressure on that that neck. Lumbar's much further down. Tossing Majima aside and now tossing him into the referee. Majima with a single leg drop kick and the pin. There's two. Lanz kicks out. Shot to the top of the head. Both men locking each other up yet again. Now Majima with a wrist lock. Arm breaker. And again, just working on that arm, just twisting it. And an arm drag. Lanz sending Majima down with that kick. And a knee right into the canvas. And an elbow drop. Rolling neck snap. Lanz in the corner. Walking Majima to the northeast. And turning him around. Setting him up. Thought there was going to be a tree of woe, but no, just sending him headfirst into the top of the turnbuckle. And now Lanz climbing up top. Getting Majima back up to his feet. A diving neck breaker. Lanz with a stomp to the jaw, forcing Majima back up to his feet. Running clotheslines. Ducking underneath. Kick to the jaw. And Lanz going for the cover. Only one. Majima kicks out. And bashing the head against the canvas. Majima kicking out. Turning Lanz around. Setting him up. Planted down. And a leg drop. Lanz with an elbow reversal, sending Majima into the Eastern ropes. And a bell clap. Now Irish whip. Back body drop into the cover. There's one. Majima still kicks out. Diving hammer punch. Both men to the outside. Majima climbing back in. Lanz up top. Turning around. Majima unable to really do anything. And Majima with the reversal of that finisher, tossing Lanz down, but Lanz with a reversal right back. Heading up top. Senton from the top rope into a cover. There's two. Majima kicks out. And so the running clothesline sending Majima away. And a clothesline to the back of the head. Table position. Punch right to the top of the shoulders. And the cover. There's one. There's two. Majima kicks out. Lands now the ground and pound stomp to the stomach. Headed to the corner, headed up top. Diving splash. Kind of connects. Now Majima in a bit of dire straits right now. Lands wrapping his leg around. And an elbow drop. Getting Majima back up to his feet. Knife edge chop. And a jumping headbutt. Lanz heading up top. Getting Majima back up to his feet. Diving neck breaker yet again. And a stomp to the jaw. Lanz not letting anything up. In the corner heading up top yet again. Senton connects. Still not going for the cover. And another RKO. We'll probably put this one away. There's one, there's two, there's three. It was close at the start, and then Lanz just got all of the momentum, and that was it. And there's just something about debuts and wrestlers gain their first wins on debut. I don't know what about it, just seems to be a recurring pattern. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is Rantaro Amami and Kokichi Oma. D.I.C.E. and their opponents. It is Sans and Papyrus. They are the Skelebros. Here we go. Kokichi and Sans the first in the ring. And referee rings the bell. Sans immediately running towards Kokichi with an elbow. Rentaro creating a little bit of separation. Now Sans just ignoring it. Jumping reverse RKO. Just cranking on the neck. Kokichi with a clothesline. And now Sans with a clothesline right back. Sans with a ground and pound, forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. And continuing the combo, satellite DDT. And now tagging Papyrus in. Papyrus with a jumping knee, but Kokichi gets out of the way. And a standing double leg drop kick. Lever pull arm breaker, well, hand stomps. Now head scissor, downward elbows. Powers back up to his feet. But Kokichi with a satellite DDT. And now tagging in Rantaro. Knife edge chops. Hammer lock, kind of. I was going to say headlock, kind of, but nice reversal from Papyrus there. And a kick to the spine. Forcing Rantaro back up to his feet. Over the shoulder. Rantaro to the outside. Climbing back in, and Papyrus tagging out. Sans not even realizing it until the referee gives him back, or waves him into the ring. A little bit of minor miscommunication between the two Skelebros, but that's not really anything too new. Rantaro getting out of that submission hold. Now tagging Kokichi back in emphatically. Now time to roll the dice with a tag team attack. Double shoulder tackle. And now the fusion leg drop. Into the cover. There's only one. Sans catching the kick. Taking Kokichi down. Forcing him back up to his feet. Sans tagging out. Papyrus back in. And now a roll through into an kind of enziguri. Irish whip into the corner, into the referee. Kokichi ducking underneath. And now a roll through into the cover. There's not even a one count as Papyrus kicks out. And another tag team attack here from D.I.C.E. Papyrus forcing Rantaro back up to his feet. Single shouldered suplex. And tagging Sans back in. Sans looking to walk Rantaro, but Rantaro elbowing out. Double leg dropkick in the corner. The ground and pounds. And forcing Sans back up to his feet. Knife edge chop. Right hand. Sans the reversal. The RKO. Into the cover. Kokichi in to break it up. Now Sans going for another cover. There's 2. Rantaro kicks out just before 3. And now a headlock from Sans. Rantaro fights his way out. Up, over, and down with a powerbomb. Rantaro forcing Sans back up to his feet. Double leg drop kick. And tags out. Kokichi the float over DDT. Kokichi with a scoop slam. Into the corner. Papyrus tags in. And now Kokichi trying to reset course. And Papyrus saying no. With a leg drop. Into the cover. There's 1. There's Rantaro. Papyrus forcing Kokichi up. And now a tilt-to-whirl armbar in the corner. Are we going to have a rope break? Is Papyrus going to release? No, Kokichi's going to fight out. And Kokichi with an uppercut. Heading to the corner, tagging in Rantaro yet again, resetting the advantage. Head scissor takedown from Papyrus. Forcing Rantaro back up to his feet. Super kick. And tagging Sans in. Sans with a clothesline sending Rantaro over the top rope and now going after Kokichi with that enziguri. And now Kokichi with a crossbody. Trying to keep Sans along the outside. Now some fighting along the outside. Rantaro with an elbow. There's 3. There's 5. Rantaro tossing Sans nearly into the ring, but into the not into the barricade, into the apron. And now Kokichi with a little bit of interference. And the referee resetting the count, I'm assuming as penalty to Kokichi. Now back into the ring, right into Rantaro. And now Rantaro middle rope. Leg drop. And now a headlock of his own. Papyrus in to break it up. And now just clotheslining Rantaro in the back of the head. Kokichi desperate for a tag. Trying to get Rantaro back up to his feet. Sans back up to his feet. First though, knee to the jaw. Kick to the spine. Audio's heading to the corner, but doesn't look like it quite yet. Knife edge shot kick to the chest. Flatliner. And now allowing Rantaro to tag out. Not entirely sure if that was the smartest idea. Sands with a DDT going for the cover. There's 1, 2. Kokichi kicks out. Now Sands looking for something. Turning Kokichi around, up, over. Suplex. And the cover bringing in Rantaro. Advantage Skelebros yet again. Now let's see what Papyrus can do. Probably allow Kokichi to tag out. Double foot stomp, missed. Irish whip. Power slam. And Papyrus kicking Kokichi off of him. Thought that was going to be a DDT, but no, a jawbreaker into the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. Well, that was chaotic.
Here are your winners.
And somehow Sands and Papyrus coming on top, but I mean, someone had to win that match. Just surprised it was Papyrus. And now for our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. I want to see y'all dancing because it is time for the Cyber Idols. Making their way to the ring with Poppy QT, it is Ibuki Miyota. And Hatsune Miku.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Precious QT, the idol Ivy Muta, and the superstar Haku Min Chu, the
And their opponents. They are once again your women's tag team champions. It is Kyoko Kirigiri and Sayaka Maizono. Harmonious Truth. Here go both teams ready. Kyoko looking for a kick, but Ibuki immediately turning that around with a nice reversal. Well, a reversal of offense, not quite a reversal. And now sending Kyoko for an Irish whip. Spinning heel kick. And a leg drop. Now stomp to the calf, or to the thigh. Don't know why I've been saying calf lately. To the thigh. And now a leg breaker. Just putting pressure on that right leg. Now Ibuki forcing Kyoko back with your feet. Irish whip to the corner. And tagging in Miku. Now Miku with a running kick to the chest. Headed to the outside. And a spring shot single leg drop kick. Stomp to the ankle. And Miku tagging Ibuki back in. Kyoko to the outside. And Ibuki taking the fight to the apron. But Kyoko with a nice hot shot reversal, stepping back inside the ring. Picking Ibuki up. And sending her shoulder first into the knee. Just sending that arm asleep immediately, and now tagging in Sayaka. Sayaka with a trip. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet, turning her around. And a single, or a over the back. And a German suplex, excuse me, that's what it's called, a German suplex. Or a belly to back. Kyoko sending Ibuki for an Irish whip, completely just whiffing on the attack though. Ibuki rolling out of the way, not quite enough though. Nice back elbow and a trip, sending Kyoko down into the cover. There's two Kyoko kicks out. And now Ibuki wrapping up Kyoko and a wrist lock. Kyoko gets out of it though. And now tossing to the corner. Ibuki tagging Miku back in for another chain or a tag team attack. And now Miku to the outside. Another springboard attack, this time a double leg dropkick and the cover. There's one, Kyoko kicks out. Miku with a top rope elbow drop. Now just working on the arm. Miku taking Ibuki back in. Kyoko back on the offense though, forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Toss into the corner. And tagging in Sayaka. Tag team attack. Double underhook arm drag. And now Sayaka up top. Diving crossbody, sending Ibuki down, going for the cover. There's one, Ibuki kicks out. Sayaka forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. And now tagging Kyoko back in. A nice desperado tag from Ibuki. And now tagging in Miku, who immediately goes for a crossbody and the pin. There's one, Kyoko kicks out. Miku sending Kyoko for an Irish whip. Double leg drop kick to the knee. And now headed up top. Double leg drop kick connects. And now Miku going for the cover. There's 1, 2. Kyoko kicks out. And now Kyoko the hammerlock DDT going for a cover of her own. There's 1, 2. Miku kicks out. Kyoko now. Small package driver. And tagging in Sayaka. Sayaka forcing Miku back up to her feet. Miku with a reversal, sending Sayaka down. And now locking her up in a clover leaf. Referee immediately calling for a rope break. A bit of a 2-on-1 in the corner. Sayaka with the snap mirror. Tornado kick. Miku out. Ibuki in. Failed Enziguri. Nope. Moonsault. Sayaka rolls out of the way. Kyoko the tackle, going for the cover. There's 1, 2. Kyoko kicks out. Another cover. There's 2. Kyoko again kicks out. Ibuki takes out Miku back in. And both women just whiffing on their attacks. Miku with a trip. Now headed up top. Just watching Kyoko crawl right into the perfect spot. And Kyoko rolls out of the way. Miku with an axe kick. Stomp to the shoulders. Double leg drop kick in the corner. Miku forcing Kyoko back up to her feet. Toss back into the Cyber Idol's corner. Looking to tag out. Kyoko with a reversal, but Miku again on the offense. Headed up top, Kyoko crawling to her corner, tagging out, Sayaka back in. Miku forcing Sayaka back up to her feet, again turning around with that slap. Elbow drop. And now headed up top. Moonsault into the cover, or shooting star press from the into the cover. Kyoko breaks it up. And now Miku back on top. Looking for a DDT, Sayaka gets out of the way. Turning Miku around. Kick to the spine. And now Sayaka to the corner. Corkscrew splash into the cover. Now Ibuki breaks it up. Neither team with the advantage now. And now Sayaka with a head scissor toss, taking Kyoko back in. And now Kyoko. Sliding elbow into the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. I think both teams can be proud of that one, but that was one hell of a match. And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, representing Ouroboros, it is Noah.
From overseas, weighing in at 134 pounds, Noah!
And his opponent, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, he is still your men's Cruiserweight champion. It is the Phantom Fox himself.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan.
It's Yusuke Kitagawa.
The men's hybrid Cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
Here we go, both men ready. And ref rings bell to meet in the middle and immediately tie up. And now Noah with the early advantage. Just cranking on the wrist, now into the hammerlock. Just pulling back on Yusuke's arm. And now Yusuke turning that around into a headlock. And now Noah just tossing him over the top rope. Yusuke trying to fight back. Noah fights out. And I forgot to mention, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. So there's a jumping knee, and Noah immediately going for the pin. And now Noah with a ground and pound. Stomp to the chest. Rolling Yusuke onto his back, kick to the spine. Onto his side, and then kick to the spine. And now Noah heading up top. Now Noah with a sliding drop kick. Going for the cover. There's one. Yusuke kicks out. Noah forcing Yusuke back up to his feet. Tossing him from one side of ringside to the other. Maneuvering the stairs. Looking for the kick, Yusuke stepping out of the way, and now a tackle into the corner and the pin. And now Noah turning that around, going for the cover. There's two. Fox kicks out. Now Fox flailing into the barricade. Now Noah trying to toss Fox up the stairs. Rolling onto his side, kick to the spine yet again. Got to mention, Noah's also making his debut here tonight. They're just working on the leg. Going for the cover. There's one, two. Fox kicks out. No, getting him back up to his feet. Hammerlock, Fox fighting out. And now Noah with the roll through. Kick to the jaw, heading up the ramp. And now back into the ring we go. Noah quickly giving chase. Shot to the top of the head. Sending Yusuke into the corner. And Yusuke elbowing out. And now the phantom leg drop. Trying to turn things around, going for the cover. One. Noah kicks out. And now a Kashinda. Going for the cover. There's one. There's two. Noah kicks out. The Fox heavy on the offense right now. Middle rope. Diving crossbody to the side. And now what is Fox looking for here? Is it another strong style knee? Not quite. That was a kick. Now Fox crank on the neck. Noah fights his way out. Single leg drop kick. And now Irish whip. Single leg drop kick. Going for the ground and pound instead. Yusuke turning that around. Stomp to the upper arm. Senton. And Fox in the corner. Springboard back elbow. Now Fox middle rope again. Knee drop. Just wandering around. Looking for another strong style knee. To go for the cover. There's one, two. Not quite. Fox forcing Noah back up to his feet. Another phantom leg drop. Not going for the cover instead. In the corner yet again. Another strong style knee. For the cover, there's one, two, three. I mean, that's just Yusuke doing Yusuke things. Noah had a strong attack early, as you see here, along the outside, trying to turn it around early, or trying to end it early, rather, with, or using the falls count anywhere stipulations to his advantage. But Fox, finding his rhythm, and once he does, he is very, very difficult to fight.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Fox.
Now Yusuke Are you going to have a season that's not completely like hot and cold like last year or the past 2 years, or are you going to continue that trend? Ball's in your court. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, she is your former Nexus champion from the entirety of last year. It is Fiora. Telling me backstage before this match that she is happy to have the weight of the Nexus belt off her shoulder. She doesn't have to worry about constantly defending it each month, but I mean, she still wants it back. Telling me that she's in a bit of a weird position. And her opponent. She is finally your women's Cruiserweight champion.
From Japan, the women's hybrid Cruiserweight champion, the Prince Nomi Shibata.
It is Naoto Shirogane. And here we go, both women ready. And ref rings the bell to meet in the middle. And Fiora immediately with a headlock facebuster. Forcing now into a seated position, kick to the spine. And now an arm breaker. Rolling her around. And an enzigiri. Now Fiora picking up Naoto over the shoulder, just sending her neck first, or shoulder first into the knee, and now climbing up middle rope, crossbody. To the outside. Senton, not quite. Again, forcing Naoto into a seated position, and there's another neck breaker. Naoto with a satellite DDT, quickly going for a cover. Not entirely sure if that was a good idea, but just applying pressure. Now Fiora walking Naoto to the southern ropes, but Naoto elbowing out. Irish whip, looking for the grapple, but Fiora seeing that coming. Nice reversal. I mean, you can clearly tell who the former champion is, former double champion is here. Fiora going for the cover. There's one. Naoto kicks out. I mean, nothing against Naoto. She absolutely earned that belt at Ultimate Fight Night last year, but she never really had to fight at that high of a level. Fiora absolutely had to, and there's a 2 count. Naoto kicks out. Yeah, Fiora had to fight at this level the entire time last year, and well, it clearly shows. Jumping facebuster. Naoto with a facebuster of her own, forcing Fiora into a seated position double leg drop kick. And the ground and pound. Kick to the spine. Naoto getting Fiora back up to her feet. And an Irish whip. Single leg drop kick. Dragging Fiora away from the rope. Stomp to the wrist. And now Fujiwara armbar that Fiora immediately gets out of. Naoto with a nice reversal. Neck breaker. And dragging Fiora away from the ropes yet again. Going for the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. And the finish coming out of nowhere. Fiora having that early on and just, it seemed like insurmountable pressure. But Naoto with that tenacity, maybe she does fight at that level. Maybe she just needed to warm up a little bit.
Here is your winner, the Prince, Naoto Shirogane.
And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you next week as we prepare for our first PLE of the year, JWE Payback. And until then, we are signing out from Akron, Ohio. See ya, and we hope to see you for the rest of the year.